Alright, hello. It's your boy Olufemi96 back with another one. Define your own success. You as a comic creator, manga creator, I'm a webtoon creator. Whichever type of comic you're making, you should define your own success. And what I mean by that is that you need to define what it is that success is to you as a manga creator or comic creator, any type of creator that you have to define what success is to you, and not go by someone else's definition of success. Right? Right now, I'm just scrolling, looking at this manga, Canon Master. Right? I like the art, but like I said, there's been going back and forth, between Coffee Comics and Young Wavy in this indie manga space, right? And I just have, like I said, the message of this video is for you to define your own success. And I think it's really pointless to try and change someone's mind. Like, if they've already made up their mind that this is what they're going to do, then it's kind of pointless to try and change that, Or I would say that maybe Coffee wasn't trying to change Young Wavy's mind, but he was just trying to advise them, maybe you should not go the Japanese route. But even in the previous videos I put out, I'm just saying, if you're gonna go to Japan, that you need to count the costs, right? And Young Wavy put out he put out this video, and then he's saying that he's going to Japan with his magazine, and then this one's talking about stay optimistic, and then this one, not as bad as you think, right? Okay. He's just saying on and on and on that he's going to Japan, that his haters screwed him. Well, that's not what he said, but you know what I mean. And basically, he's making it clear that Japan is his goal. Japan is his definition of success in this space is to get serialized in Japan. And you know what I think? I think that he should go for it. And I hope he succeeds. That's what I'm saying. I hope I'm not. See, I never hated on anyone in this space. I just hope that he succeeds at what he wants to do, which is to be serialized in Japan, right? But as I said in my previous video, in my previous video, the one I put out a week ago, count the costs. You gotta count the cost of being a serialized manga artist in Kodansha or whichever manga publisher that you're gonna be publishing with, right? You have to count the costs. You can't just say that I'm going to do this and not understand what it's going to take to achieve that goal that you set for yourself. You have to count the costs. I hope Young Wavy understands that he will be sitting down. He will be sitting down working on this manga each and every day. I believe he understands that. So, and that does take a toll on your body over time. It does. Ichiro Oda, Yoshihiro Togashi, even what's his name, Hokazono, Masashi Kishimoto, even Gege Akutami. All of these manga creators have been saying over, and even Horikoshi. Oh my gosh, do you know how many times this dude went on break during My Hero Academia's run? It's insane. Hunter x Hunter just came out of hiatus again. But again, like I said, Young Wavy's definition of success is to be established in the manga market, the comics market, right? Now with Coffee's definition of success is to work within your own circumstance, right? And I agree that you need to work with what you have. I mean, yeah, you can still aim high if you want to, but it's really up to you what you want to achieve, right? You don't have to go to Japan, but also you don't have to self-publish if you don't want to. If it is your heart's desire to go to Japan, I'd say go ahead. Just know what you're getting into. That's all I'm saying. That's all I am saying. But this back and forth, oh, you should self-publish or you should go with a publisher. Again, I think it's unnecessary because once you've set your mind to do something, you should just do it, right? As for me, I'm not even making manga. I'm making webtoons. My mind is already set on webtoons, as you know. My mind is already set on that. Same thing with Red of Manga. His definition of success is to be serialized with whichever manga magazine in Shueisha. That's what he wants to do. You know, he's working on Untethered. That's what it's called. He just put out this new video talking about how he's constantly making storyboards, and his editor keeps rejecting each and every storyboard. Right? He's constantly making storyboards over and over and over. His editor has rejected a lot of his storyboards, but he feels that it's good for him because he's perfecting his craft. He's perfecting what he's trying to do. And again, like I said, I applaud that. I applaud it because, like I said, it's his heart's desire to be serialized in Shueisha, or Shueisha has many magazines. It's not only Weekly Shonen Jump, but it's his heart's desire to be serialized in one of their magazines. So he doesn't want to be self-published. He wants to be serialized in a manga magazine under Shueisha. And again, go for it. His definition of success is to, by what I just said, his definition of success is to be serialized in a manga magazine with Shueisha. Same thing with Young Wavy. His definition of success is to be serialized in a manga magazine under Kodansha. As for Coffee, his definition of success is to self-publish. It's to self-publish. Right? So yeah. Everybody should follow their own definition of success. Everybody should follow their own definition of success. If it is your desire to just tell the story that's on your heart, if it is your desire to put out something that you have to say, I believe that you should self-publish or just put it out on the internet, or even yet, if you want to go with a publisher, you can go with like a publisher like Shrine Comics. You can, if even though bro, the problem I have with Shrine, the problem that I have with Shrine Comics is that it's like no one really knows who they are. They don't really market their stuff like that. And although I don't know why Coffee doesn't like Shrine Comics. I mean, yeah, he doesn't like Shrine Comics. I don't know why he doesn't like them. I understand why he doesn't like Saturday. Yeah, I understand. Shrine Comics, I don't know. I don't know why. But the only problem I have with Shrine is the fact that it's like they don't even market their stuff like that. It's like their Shrine is very stagnant. Shrine Comics feels very stagnant to me. But even then, I still feel like if you want to be published, if you want your manga published, but you don't want to go the Japanese route, this Shrine Comics, Saturday that's a whole nother beast on its own. But yeah, Manga Plus creators. I mean, you can self-publish a Manga Plus creators if you want to, but the only issue I have with Manga Plus creators is the fact there's AI comics on here. That's my only issue with them. The inflated numbers that Coffee mentioned, I don't know if it's entirely true. Because I look at this one and the views on this one kind of match what's over here. What's under Manga Plus. Although I don't understand how Ruthless Render got millions of... Okay, what Coffee said could be true. Honestly, it could be. As far as like, I don't understand how something like Ruthless Render could have millions of views. See, like this one has 348,000 views. One Piece has 322,000. Okay, but a lot of people know One Piece. I don't know if anyone really knows Totem, King of Hip. I don't know. The inflated number problem. Yeah, I think Coffee is right about it. Honestly, yeah. My only issue with but I don't know if I don't know. I don't know too much about the inflated number problem. Yeah, Coffee is most likely right about that. My only real problem with Manga Plus creators is the AI comics they allow in here. That I think that's just like horrible, man. Like that's horrible because it's like this is supposed to be a site where indie creators show their work. But anyway, like I said, most important thing is you define your own. You create your own definition of success. Don't allow somebody else's definition of success to define how you're gonna move forward in your own career as a comic artist. If you want to stay indie, stay indie. If you want to be published, go for publish. If you want to go to Japan, go to Japan. because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, Japan is opening their doors to well, what the Japanese manga industry, they are welcoming, more welcoming of foreign manga artists now because you know the whole Kodansha thing. Let me pull this off real quick. Yeah, you know the whole Kodansha. You see, this is proof that Japan does want more foreign works coming, but you know, Coffee has said that they're just trying to farm ideas and take what you have and make it make money for themselves and then leave you out of it. That whether that's true or not, I'm not sure. I mean, it could be true, and if it is true, then then yeah, you probably shouldn't go to Japan. But I don't. I don't think that's entirely true. I don't think so. Cause then it's like then the I don't know, maybe they'll just be ruining their own reputation by doing that. Right. But this is proof that the manga industry does want more foreign artists to come in. You know, you've had Philippe Smith, you had I don't know, this girl, I forgot her name. I guess she was American and now she's getting her manga published in Japan. There's this Spanish creator. He did the artwork for this other manga I forgot about. It was under Kodansha as well. Yeah. But like I said, you have to define what success means to you. As for me, I stand on what I said in my other videos about you publishing your own work yourself. I still stand by that. Young Wavy said that Young Wavy said in this video that you need to go towards a publisher and publish with them, that you should submit your work to a publisher in order for you to be successful as a comic artist and have your name known. And I disagree. He has his own opinion. I have my own opinion. Coffee has his own opinion. But I disagree. I disagree with Young Wavy. No disrespect to him. I respect although the whole Mana thing, I still think he shouldn't have claimed Mana for himself under his magazine. But that's a whole nother issue. I'm not gonna talk about that. I don't have beef with Young Wavy. I'm just saying I disagree that you need to have a publisher. But if you want a publisher, go for a publisher. If you want to be independent, stay independent. Listen. There's this guy on Instagram, right? Ink for Saints, right? His work is self-published. Look how many subscribers. I mean, not subscribers, followers he has on Instagram. 54,000 followers, right? He has sold so many copies of his manga. What's it called? The Jericho manga. He has sold thousands of it, and he self-published it. His comic made 13,000 in 1 month, right? That's it, bro. Imagine making $13,000 a month from your own self-published work. You could live off of that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to go to a publisher. You don't. There's YouTube. There's Instagram. there's X, there's all these platforms that you can use to market yourself, to market your work. You don't have to rely on a publisher. If you want to go to, see, if you feel that you can't do it on your own, then fine. A publisher can help you with that. But even then, it's like not every publisher is even gonna promote your work. No, even if you go with a publisher, you're probably still gonna have to market it yourself, because the publisher is working on helping so many other creators as well. They don't have time to focus on one creator's work like that. So even if you go with a publisher, you might still even have to market it yourself. And if that's the case, then what is even the point? You might as well just self-publish, right? Exactly. You see, I even thought of Aurea being a Webtoon original. See, here's the thing. Aurea is under Webtoon Canvas right now. But if someday Webtoon sends me an email wanting for it to move to originals, honestly, I'm not even sure whether I'll take it or not. I'm not sure, because I know for me, I have something to say in the story. Yes, you can say whatever you want about the art. Oh, the anatomy is this, the coloring is this, oh, this doesn't look like men, whatever. The art will get better. We're not talking about the art right now. If I take the deal from Webtoon, right, they get to decide how long this series goes on for. And let me tell you, bro, I've planned out this story years in advance. Since I was, man, I've been planning this story for a very long time. I can't just give it to a publisher like that. That's why I disagree with Young Wavy when he says you have to submit to a publisher. What if the publisher doesn't agree with your vision? You know? What if the publisher is like, nah, we wanted to go on for this long, but you wanted to go on for much further. Or let's say you wanted it shorter, but the publisher wants to go for, like, nah. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing, like, you relinquish control as soon as you sign that contract. But again, if your definition of success is to be under an establishment, go ahead. Because at the end of the day, it's what you value the most in this space. That's what matters to you. That's what matters, right? I value my story more than the fame. Young Wavy values the fame, the prestige, you know, how big his work is gonna become. He values that more. That's honestly why he's going to Japan. Let's keep it a buck. Because he himself said that in order to have your work out there, you're gonna have to sign with the publisher. You're gonna have to submit to a publisher, sign with the publisher, in order to have your work out there in the main market. That's what he said in that video. And you know what? I actually agree. That yes, your work would be bigger. Your work would be bigger. It would be out there more in the world. You would have a bigger name if you signed with a publisher, but I still think it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary if what is most important to you is the story itself. It's the story you're trying to tell. As soon as you sign that contract with the publisher, you relinquish control of your story. That is the truth. But again, it's all about what you value the most and what you desire the most. Young Wavy desires his story to be out there, and I just want to tell my story from the heart. Yes, if my comic remains in Canvas, it's not gonna be as big as the ones in originals. It's not. but I'm still good. But if it stays in Canvas, I have full control over it. You know, as soon, like like I said, if I were to take the originals deal, as soon as I sign that contract with Webtoon, they get to decide how long I get to tell the story. They get to decide, you know, what type of story. Basically, they have the final say over my series. They have the final say, and it's the same thing as every other publisher out there. If Coffee knew the ins and outs of Webtoon Originals, he himself would say that Webtoon is a dungeon. Webtoon Originals, not Webtoon Canvas. Webtoon Originals. Webtoon Originals is its own dungeon, honestly. Because there's so many horror stories of, you know, there was this one creator, I think the series was called Covenant. They wanted to promote their graphic novel of, like, they printed out chapters of their webtoon as a graphic novel, right? And they wanted to promote it in the series itself on the platform, and Webtoon said no, they had to take it off. So they had to take off the promotion, not the comic, but the promotion of the graphic novel on the platform. You know, and there's so many other horror stories. There's been so many series that Webtoon has canceled. Why? Because they didn't reach a certain amount of viewership. It's the same thing with Shonen Jump. But all in all, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. You as a comic creator should define your own success. If you want to self-publish, self-publish. If you want to go with a publisher and sign a deal with a publisher, sign a deal with a publisher. If you want to go to Japan, go to Japan. But if you do want to go to Japan, like I said, count the cost. Count the cost. Understand what you're getting into. Don't just jump into it. Don't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna fly to Japan and submit." Nah. Because what if you do win that competition? What if you do get that? What if you do sign that deal with Shueisha Kodansha, right? You're gonna have to keep up with the schedule. I'm keeping it a buck. You're gonna have to keep up with the weekly schedule. You're gonna have to produce 20 pages a week. You know, the allowance that you get from each chapter is not gonna be that much, because you still gonna have to pay your assistants. You know, you're not gonna have that much money until they print out your books as volumes, because they don't really pay for like the chapters themselves. They pay for the tankobon volumes, right? And on top of that, if your series doesn't resonate with the Japanese, if it's not as popular as Shueisha or Kodansha or whichever publisher in Japan wants it to be, if it doesn't reach that threshold that they want it to, it will get canceled, right? Well, like I said, hey, do follow the path you want to. Follow the path you want. I'm not, no shade to anybody, no shade to anybody, bro. I still believe if you love the story that you're telling, if you love the story that you want to tell, you wouldn't just submit it to a publisher. You would self-publish it, because there's so many ways. There's so many ways to market yourself as a comic artist. There's so many ways. You don't have to rely on a publisher. There's so many ways. Put yourself out there. Go, bro. Post on YouTube. Post on even TikTok. post on X, post on Instagram, go to conventions, talk to people. That's what I'm gonna start doing. The only reason why I haven't been going to conventions is because I don't have the money. But once I get the money, trust me, I will start going to conventions. I live in Maryland. I'm gonna go to New York. Is not too far from where I live. It's only 6 hours. I can go to Anime NYC. I can take a flight to Los Angeles. Go to Anime Expo. You know, New York Comic Con. I get my name out there. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. You get to know people, meet people. I mean, man, I'm rambling. But all in all, define your own success. Don't allow people to sway you, and define your own success. Do what you feel is best for you, and just keep moving forward. Understand that whichever path you're gonna choose, there's gonna be consequences. Yes, if you self-publish, you're not gonna be that big, but you will have a name for yourself. You will have a name for yourself if you self-publish, and you will have full control of your series. If you go to Japan, you're gonna have to. There's consequences for that too. I already explained that in this video, but yeah. See y'all in the next one.